ain't looking for no handouts, I say no. Always stack high and stay low. Tryna level up, better get with us. Gotta keep it real, cause you know it's about to get real uncomfortable. Yeah, real and uncomfortable. It's about to get real uncomfortable. Yeah, real and uncomfortable.
What's going on, everybody? Another episode of Real and Uncomfortable.
Yes, sir.
Eman Music here.
Ctez. And we got more guests. With us today, we have the wonderful Miss Jailyn. She's one of RMF's top models and PR for Fire Entertainment. Mm-hmm. There we go. Managing some of the most prolific up-and-coming artists of recent history in Westchester. Be on the lookout for every single one of those. Find them by looking her up. And Miss Jailyn, I know I'm missing a ton of things. Please tell them about yourself.
Yes, so I'm actually the CEO of Fire Entertainment.
CEO.
Yeah, so I know a lot has changed.
Yeah, a lot has changed. Like, what is this? Okay, all right, heard it. I'm all for the growth. I'm all for the progression. Go ahead.
After being in front of the camera a lot, I decided I wanted to be behind the scenes, like doing more management, doing more coordination, of people. Like I worked with Melba's Restaurant in Harlem, doing their communications coordination for the time that she fed all of the federal employees during the government lockout. Mm-hmm. Wow. I also, so I've done a little bit of coordination. I've done, I've coordinated fashion shows as well. Yeah. So
you're just like a behind the scenes
maestro,
just pulling making it happen. She's a move maker. Let's just Jailyn, move maker.
Make sure you tap in.
Love it.
That's what you got to do when you're like in this entertainment game,
So somebody of that caliber.
Right.
Somebody of that caliber. I know we talk about topics like this all the time. I know. But are you single? Who usually saying that?
I am single.
Are you single? But if you say that, somebody might be a little upset.
Right. You might watch this I thought we was
gonna be blowing up the comments and shit.
I'm screaming. No, I'm definitely single, but I am dating.
Okay.
Yes.
What does that look like for somebody like
who's this busy?
Yeah.
Okay, so I do tend to go on a lot of first dates because I have my own company and I kind of I don't work. Yeah, I also don't work with that many people. Okay. So I do enjoy first dates because you get to really know people and ask questions, and also because I do ask real questions and I really do want to get to know somebody. Especially on that first date, because then why would we waste seconds?
That's why we brought you on. Get real and uncomfortable real quick.
Yeah. No, 100%. Yeah. So I'm dating.
Okay. Yeah. Now I know that we've had this conversation before. Intimidation. Like not every guy can handle certain, so I hear. I don't want to put that out there and slander, the male species.
No, a lot of guys can't handle independent women. Mm-hmm. So have you ever run across guys who kind of got scared away because you were so independent?
It's so funny. I'm not really that independent.
Wow.
I wouldn't even say independent. Mm-hmm. I would say more just because I know what I want out of my career. Okay. So I don't bring that into my relationships. Okay. So I want to be feminine. I want to be I want to be feminine. I don't want to. Yeah, because for me, I already have to bring that energy in my work. I work with entertainment, especially music is mostly men.
Yeah, and so you gotta walk with that.
Yeah, so I have to be a little bit more
aggressive
or tap into my masculine energy a little bit more.
There it is.
Because I don't want to say aggressive because I don't know if anyone would say I'm aggressive even when doing business.
I don't think you could.
I feel like they would say confident or stern.
Okay, I feel like it's.
I'm hoping that's what they think.
Aggressive in the sense of you're not passive. You're not. Yeah, you know what you want. You're gonna go what you want, and let's figure it out from there. Yeah. Versus people were quiet and shy and look, we're here for whatever. Let's make it happen. What we doing? You know what I mean? That's how I look at aggressive. I don't look at it as in your face and nothing. Just I know what I'm getting. I know what I want. Let's make it. How do we make it happen? Let's do it. You know what I mean? More certain about yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Assertive, right? Yeah. Now, did you so you can't recall a moment where you might have got that?
So I wouldn't even say I would say I've had guys be afraid to approach me, because I'm not sure what it is, like, you know, because I'm really nice. Mm-hmm. So I'm not really too sure what it is.
I'll get good energy.
I know. So I don't know. I think, like, my mom said that sometimes because of, like, I wear high heels. Like, as you know.
Is this a height thing?
I think because, like, when I'm 5'6", but when I wear heels, like, I'm like 5'11". Like, you know, I'm like, that may be intimidating when you walk into a room, though.
Okay.
You know? And then also, I may think I'm smiling. I feel like I'm normally smiling.
That resting face.
Because I don't know if I have the resting face. I feel like my resting face is a smile.
Right.
But, I mean, what do you think? I mean, you've seen me walk into places. You saw me walk in today.
No, but I saw you as soon as you walked in, eye contact, hey. I even waved what I was supposed to.
Right. He in the middle of the shoot.
So, you did.
No. Yeah.
Stop disrupting the shoot. Just
and I was like, I'm sorry.
Don't y'all. Yeah. Look, I think that you come in with a good vibe.
Good energy,
so
yeah.
I don't know, like just like that. Like I don't think you come in scowling.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe if you're just chilling, maybe it's
because you know me. Maybe you're biased.
Oh, it might be
You might
biased.
be biased. Like, you might have a stranger. Like, you know, like, I'll come out of somewhere. I'll just walk out.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you'll be like, yo.
What's wrong with her?
Was she, like, yeah, like, is she intimidating? Like, but no, I do get that. My mom has even said that to me. Like, she was like, you know, like, I walked into a room and a few of her friends were, like, afraid to talk to me. And I was like, that's super interesting. Like, I felt like that was so weird because of the fact that, like, I'm really nice. Yeah. But I guess I know how I am.
Yeah.
They don't know.
So nobody, I mean, I doubt a guy would flat out say like, yeah, nah, you do too much for me. I can't. I don't know. But did you get like
Yeah.
You gotten that?
One guy, like, he saw me in person and then he slid in my DMs because he was, like, nervous to talk to me.
In person.
Wow.
And, like, it was, mind you, like, he had to, I don't even know how he got my Instagram.
See, he did his research. That's what happened.
I didn't even think about it at the time.
I appreciate that persistence. That's a level of persistence I can kind of get behind a little bit.
You don't find that weird, though?
I definitely...
Research?
No. But as a man, like...
like not
that
being
you
able to...
saw me, or he saw you and didn't have the courage to approach you, but he went and, like, had to hit you on the DMs.
Because guys don't know how I'll be. I've gotten that a lot, where they don't know how I'll be, or they'll think I'm one way, and I'm really not that way.
Yeah, I'm different.
Like, based off of, like, look. Like, straight off of look, they're like, oh, I thought you were going to be different.
Right.
I think you got a level of fearlessness about you, brother, that's just like, you know, like, it's just...
He's
and
like,
I'm not
you know
saying,
what?
yeah.
You're not like, well, before I got into a relationship, but if I saw a girl that I thought was attractive,
walk down,
I would go up to her.
Yeah.
If I get turned down, I get turned down, but I'm not going to die. You know what I'm saying? Like... But if I see you and you're attractive, smiling, cool, let me approach you, see if there's anything
I don't
there.
know. You never saw that thing, though? Like, what's the worst that could happen? She says no.
That's it. No, yo,
But she doesn't say no.
She doesn't say no.
She does not say no.
She says
a whole lot more than no.
Ew, nigga, what is you doing? Why would you talk?
Oh, I've never gotten that. But then I think it depends on how, I don't know, it depends on how you approach.
And who you're approaching.
Yeah.
Of course.
So for me, I'm not going to approach somebody who's upset, grin face and all of that. Like, I got to catch a little, if we eye contact, you know what I mean?
Right.
Cool, all right. That's a possible invite, but that's not a for sure invite.
Oh, of course not.
So you kind of, you know, test the ground a little bit.
Right.
And see what happens. But the whole, like, see you in person, not say a word, go online and try to find you.
I mean, he made eye contact.
Yeah.
Like, he looked at me. I caught him looking at me.
You caught the look.
Like, I caught him looking. I mean, that's so funny. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. He literally did, like, what my friends do.
Seeing you. Right.
He was like, I saw you looking at me. looking at you. Looking at me.
Is that what he said in the DM?
No, in the DMs. He was like...
Cue Fresh Prince by email right now.
He was like, you know, he was kind of more so like, hey, like, I just wanted to let you know you're really beautiful. And, you know, and I was like, oh, thank you so much. That's so nice of you.
That's good.
And he's like, you know, I saw you in there. And he's like, you know, I didn't know how to approach you or like,
At least he didn't lead with the tongue emoji.
Yeah,
and all
it wasn't...
Okay.
I've gotten that.
You got the tongue emoji?
See, did you hear that? I was like, what?
See, that's an ick right there.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So, all right, okay.
So they have to approach you like with respect in the DM. They can't be like,
oh my gosh,
you know,
let me eat your ass.
Right, straight to that.
They can't just go to the.
Can't.
That's wild.
I'm gonna be like, damn, how many asses did you get today? You know, only because of the fact that like you set it off like it was like, hi, how are you? Like it was too natural. Like, you know, like it can't be like, let me just like, or like guys that'll be like, yo, like come sit on my face, and it's like,
oh man,
it's like, sir, how many people have sat on your face if this is just such a regular thing for you to ask? You know,
or
I'm not gonna lie, dudes.
Or does that work?
Oh yeah, I wonder if it works though.
Yeah, I wonder if it works.
Does it work? Like,
it really does.
This gotta be though.
Nah, it has to be like. I wonder what the percentage of the time.
It has to be, bro.
And
it's a home run if it does, though. I guess, right?
Showed me like her DMs, and it was like thousands of just dudes just wilding.
Do you think it's a desperation move? Like,
she had a decent amount, but it's just like these are dudes that she doesn't know who just straight like some of them send dick pics without consent, just straight, no conversation, just hey,
just straight up boom, yo.
Like, and I'm just like, dudes really do this?
Yes.
Okay.
And do they expect it to work?
I don't know if they. I don't know what they expect, but like, I don't know what they expect.
You know what though? I do know what they expect.
What do they expect?
So this to me is why OnlyFans is booming right now, right? Because when you send some shit like that in OnlyFans with a tip attached or something, right, it's a little different.
Yeah.
Now if you hitting up the chick with 300 followers on Instagram that's posting pictures of her cats and her grandma,
right?
My nigga, you're wild.
You're wild. You're out of pocket.
You're wild.
You're out of pocket.
But if Shorty has an OnlyFans, I think the idea is that it's welcome. I'm not gonna say it is or isn't. That's not for me to decide. But I think when you're sending money with it, I think you're upping your chances.
Yeah.
So
honestly, see, they should send me money. They up their chances.
Maybe you gotta
honestly, I'm not even saying that much. Like you could pay for a lunch.
Wow.
there you go.
I don't eat a lot of things. I got a lot of
about that.
I still don't think it works though. I think it's like when you're talking about percentage, like win percentage, they're like,
you're not gonna get nowhere with it.
Nah, you're not gonna get.
You're not getting nowhere.
She's not gonna be like, oh yeah, sure, when, let's go. Like,
oh really?
You think so?
I mean, I feel like it depends on who sends the DM. Like it depends on who it's from.
We're going back to this. How like
it's the who.
It's the who. It's the who that matters.
Oh, yeah, man.
Nigga like CB or what's his name?
So if Chris Brown slid in your DMs and was like, sit on my face,
I would be like, this is nuts. Let me tell you.
Oh no.
I would be like, this is crazy. I would be like, oh nah. Like I gotta like, you know, we gotta get the forum together because of the fact that like, nah, I gotta be like, hey, like I gotta get my girls together. We gotta like really powwow about this. We gotta be like, all right, what should my response be? I wouldn't even know how to respond to that. Part of me wants to be like, that's crazy, but
you see how that's crazy though? Like based on who it is and how the person looks.
Why are we acting like we
certain
don't know
people could
this?
get away with certain things?
Okay, give somebody a little bit more.
Pretty privilege
for guys too.
I mean, they got different guys to have pretty privilege, right? Like a guy with like a nice smile
can get a long way.
A long way. She'll be a lot less mad if you smile at her. Like,
wow.
Yeah. Had some bold opinions. Hey, look. Okay, so that said. Yes. Forget the DMs.
Yes.
What's a way that somebody has talked their way out of a good date, like right away? What's the thing that instantly you gag before when dude said something? What's that thing that makes you gag in person? What's that
in person? Like when they're trying to talk to me?
That moment, like whether it was on a date, you could have been 2 or 3 dates in. What's the thing that was just like, ugh? Like what is? I'm good.
Okay, so. I have really So I have some really unpopular opinions about certain things. Okay. So this guy,
she gave you the look like you know him, like this guy.
No, this guy.
Don't worry, we'll protect the innocent.
Right.
Yes, this guy, he very much so told a child that Santa Claus was not real. For me, what kind of adult does that? Why are you crushing dreams?
Not gonna lie.
You're a dream crusher.
You're a dream crusher?
You're a dream crusher.
I'm not,
no.
But
let me explain to you why I feel like this. Okay? So I feel like this is because, like, the argument is always like, you know, I worked so hard for these presents, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Why don't you, like, my thing is, though, is that, like, you do know that there's multiple presents, right? Like, Santa could have gave the socks. And then they think all Santa's gifts are garbage. So they're just like, you know what? We don't even got to deal with Santa no more. Like, your kid will say that to you. Because it's like Santa gives garbage. Right. So therefore, why would I even...
keep Santa alive.
So keep him alive.
Oh my God.
But also, you're the parent. You can decide what gifts are given. I feel like we forget how many options we really got.
True. I mean, so as a new parent, right?
Yes.
It did cross my mind.
Do not ruin it.
No, I looked at my girl and I was like, yo, I paid for all this.
Why don't...
I'm really tempted to just be like, Santa's not real. Daddy and mommy worked hard for this. I really was tempted to. My girl was like, no, don't do it. Just let him.
Are you growing green fur right now, E?
I mean, yo, when you paying mad bills,
you're a mean one.
I'm just saying, when you paying mad bills and you busting your behind, and then your son is thinking that it's Santa Claus who's doing all this, it makes you feel a little way.
First of all, why did you allow Santa to have the best things?
No, I allowed Santa to have the whole thing.
Why did you do that?
So that's
no, it's not.
No, but that's how we grew up. We grew up as in Santa Claus is coming and leaving
what?
all. Yeah,
no,
he's leaving all the presents at the house.
No,
and leave the cookies for him to eat.
No, my parents, they did the whole thing. We did the letters, we did the cookies, we did all of that. But
and you still thought he brought one or two.
My parents had gifts from mom. Gifts from dad, gifts from mom and dad, and then gifts from Santa.
Great.
You feel me?
I love that, and I might bring it to my girls to implement that.
Take that, implement it.
You buying all the gifts.
Guess what? You get the best credit. You get the best credit. And then they see Santa
in the street, and it's like, Santa! And you looking at it bro, I did that, my boy.
Yeah. But
you know
also,
what I'm saying?
There's also a reason why we allow kids to believe things.
For sure.
Because of the fact that that's a milestone that they have to, cross. And, so when they're in school and they need to write stories... They literally are stories aren't real. Nothing's real. Right. So therefore, I know what reality is. And that's okay, that wasn't the assignment though. But
you kind of kill the creativity to a certain extent.
Don't kill the creativity. Right. They'll literally learn on their own. There will be other kids that were trying to crush their dreams as well. Don't be the person, don't be their first bully.
No, for sure, 100%.
Jeez. Yeah. All right. At the risk of making this a full-on holiday debate, because I got my views on Santa, but I'm
screaming. So that's an ick, though, for me.
That's an ick for you.
Yeah, crushing dreams of children.
Oh, okay. I mean, well, goddamn, that sounds about right. What's next? Kicking puppies?
Honestly, you know what's funny? Because I like animals. Yeah. If you don't like any animals, I don't even care. I don't even care what the animal is. It could be a tarantula. It could be a koala. It could be a cat. It could be a dog. Something. What kind of person doesn't like anything?
Yeah. Anything? Your heart gotta be a little dark for that.
Yeah. Nothing you find cute. You don't see a baby duck and you're like, oh, nothing. So that's an ick, you know, someone that also, I think someone that's really rigid in their views.
I'm hearing this and I'm like, are you dating Disney villains?
I know.
What's going on here? You got a male Cruella de Vil? He's out here trying to pelt Dalmatians and shit? What's going on?
You know what it is? I think that because I tend to date black men, and because I tend to date black men, there is a certain level of
extra seriousness to us.
Trauma. Literally, I feel there's a level of trauma, and it's because the world has traumatized you. Even if you didn't grow up with it in your town or even with your family. Yeah. Literally, you went to work. You went to Dunkin' Donuts. You went there, and somehow...
You weren't really able to live in La La Land.
You had
to come down to the real world early on. That I definitely believe that.
Or did you feel that?
100%.
We had a guest 100%. That just totally made us feel uncomfortable a little bit there.
Yeah, 100%.
You just came at us. I took that. I just felt that.
But don't you feel it though? You're a little bit more you can't be as carefree.
Well, yeah,
because that's true. Or even with your views.
And I'm not. So that was another reason why I wanted to ruin Santa Claus for.
So
ruin is a strong word.
No,
but you are.
But no.
Because my kid will punch your kid.
Santa Claus is real.
100%.
But that's definitely one of those you want your child to be ready for the real world.
But why at the age of 6? They already have the rest of their life to deal with the real world.
You know what though?
When the earlier you do,
yeah.
That was my thought process. Now, once again, my girl kind of talked me out of it. But my thought process was, okay, the earlier I could get him to realize that the real world is real, the sooner he could get out there and make something happen.
Right.
You do know that will happen to him in literally kindergarten. He's going to find out that the real world is organic. Real. So therefore, don't put more of the stress of the real world on him because they're still kids.
That's tough.
Like, allow kids to be kids. We don't do that though.
I hear what you're saying, right? And it's a catch-22. I would love for that to be true, but I feel like the real world. I don't want my son to get impacted by the real world without me having prepared him for the real world in a sense.
I get that.
You get what I'm saying?
You know what it is? As parents, that's what we want to do. We want to put cushions all around our kid. But the problem is that, like, because that's technically a cushion. You're ruining, like, something that's not even real.
I get what you're saying, though. You want to give him training wheels. You want to
give him training wheels.
I want him to.
But guess what? Even when he, like, say you gave him the training wheels, guess what? Those things come off. And he will fall, even if he, like, knows how to ride that bike.
So I want him to be prepared to fall before he falls, in a sense.
I get you.
I'm not gonna lie.
So that when he falls, it's like, all right, Daddy already told me about this, so it doesn't hurt as much. Versus if he gets hit with the real world.
You do know that he has to fall, right?
No, for sure.
I'm glad your girl talked you out of it because I don't think that starts with Santa.
No,
for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
So many more villains than Santa.
With this argument, I'm not even trying to argue that I'm right.
No, it's not.
Yeah. You just.
I feel like everyone has.
This is what you.
It's one of those like.
Yeah.
There's one side of me that's like, this is what I want to do, but also another side that sees why you shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a little battle.
But also, what age are you deciding this, like, for your child?
I mean, he's one.
Yeah, I know. So therefore, you got a long way. So therefore, that's what. But you see, that's what I'm saying is that I'm talking about like any kid that's like 9 and under.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm not talking about any kid that's above 9 because even like I was a nanny for a while.
Yeah.
You know, and the kids that I nanny for, love them to death. You know, we had our first experience at because they know they were like, you know, they're Irish, little white children, love them, and so. It's really sad how they got how they realized, you know, that this world is sucky. Yeah, no, like it just is that the world is nuts.
How did it happen?
Oh, we were at Dunkin' Donuts, and this is in Brewster, New York.
Okay, and so it's up there.
Yeah, up there.
North.
Now I had to give reference for so we're up there and things are, you know, we're about to go to this is after a baseball game with the older brother who at the time is about like 10, you know, the younger brother is like 6, 7, you know? And so after the baseball game, we go to Carvel, there's 2 white families in front of us, and then the rest of the people behind us are also white. So, you know, the girl is busy with the first 2 customers, and the manager, we'll call him Toupee Man, because he had a toupee. So so Toupee Man, literally, I asked him for his help because, you know, we're also trying to, you know, we got things to do.
Yeah, let's hurry this up now.
And the line is long now. So I asked him, I was like, hey, like, can you help us? You know? He goes, no, she'll help you. Oh. And I'll never forget the 10-year-old looks at me. He goes, did he not serve us because we're Irish? And then, mind you, and I literally was like, you know what, let's ask your dad. I was like, let's ask your dad. Let's see what he says. You know, so then the girl comes over and she's like, I'm so sorry this took so long. Like, you know, like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, it's totally fine. Like, you know, you're not the problem here.
Right.
And so, like, she is helping us and all that stuff. And she's like, yeah, he's kind of terrible sometimes. And I was like, so this is a culture and she knows. Okay, got it. So Toupee Man is the worst. Right. So then we go home. We have to tell I go up to the dad. Yep. The dad is coming back from literally, because he's an army guy. So
yeah, I remember.
He's an army guy. So he came back from like drill, like for the weekend, and he's in a full on uniform. And the mom is like coming down the stairs. She's like, "Oh, you guys are back!" Like blah blah. And she goes, the son, like, you know, the 10-year-old, he goes, "They didn't serve us at Carvel because we're Irish," and. And his parents were like, what? like what is happening? And I was like, so we were at Carvel. We were there was only us, you know, and they were like, wait, so did the guy not, like, what happened? And I was like, well, he didn't serve us, you know? And then she was like, they were like, what do you mean didn't serve you? And I was like, refused to help us. He refused to scoop ice cream for us. And it was very much so a very obvious thing.
Yeah.
The dad said, everyone get in the car. And I literally was like, can we not? Like, I was like, I know y'all love me.
No, you know what? Applause to
But the thing is, though, is that ever since that day, those kids are so much more sensitive
They see it now.
to injustice, but also being more sensitive to injustice also allows you to be more stressed about the injustice
it takes away your innocence.
going on.
Takes away your
because
innocence.
like when George Floyd happened, they texted me and they were like, Jailyn, did you see what happened? And I said, yes. And they were like, are you going to protest? And I said, yes. And they were like, we want to come. And I was like, you cannot come. Like, because one, you guys are too
like
little and it's in the city.
My point,
but the problem is that
in terms of like,
It's
I get it that they lose the innocence.
No, they lost their innocence in a way that like they're so sensitive to what happens to me that like I see the stress though. Like I see the stress that caused, you know, by destroying their innocence in that way. So like whenever they're always on go mode with me, that's trash.
But let me ask you this.
I'm an adult. Like
I get you.
But don't you think that's gonna make them better people growing up? Because they're gonna be more aware of situations. And let's say, God forbid, they get in front of a situation where somebody's being racist to a black person. They're more willing to step up because it's like, hey, we're not doing this.
The problem is that kids are kids, and they'll step up to a detriment.
There's like,
so
they don't have the line yet.
They don't have the line yet. So like,
I get it.
He's punched other kids for me.
Yeah.
As he's gotten older.
He's a rider.
He is 16 now.
Yeah.
You know, like he has like literally stepped in front of me when they're adults, like, you know, being like a little bit disrespectful. You know, so it's like I don't want him to feel that responsibility.
I feel like that's a mother talking.
Like, but you know what you're saying?
Like,
I don't want
you
him
as a
to
man, there's
feel,
going to be moments you have to do that.
But also, I'm an adult.
For sure.
So therefore, I don't need a child stepping into an adult's conversation. Because now it's like that adult is more focused on what
I think there's a middle ground for both of what y'all are saying.
No, 100%. Like, and that's why there's like a middle ground because my situation is an extreme situation and your kid is one.
For sure.
So like, you know.
Yeah.
So you know, like it just like depends on how they're growing up, where they're growing up. You know. Yeah, it's crazy, real and uncomfortable.
I see that. Now, outside of like the Santa smashing thought process.
Oh, other icks?
Like, what has somebody done that's just outrageous? There's got to be like either it was like maybe you know what? What if they done that was actually pretty good? Like, let's take a little turn because there's got to be some good stuff in this, right?
Actually, yeah, I do have some really green flags. Like, so I feel like. When a guy like really gets to try to know me.
Don't forget to give y'all examples too.
All right, perfect.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I think that when I look at green flags, I see like a guy that like wants to get to know like me, like not my outside. I mean my insides, but like you know, but wants to both like you like the real me. Like you know, they want to know like who is Jailyn. You know, like, cause I like I like to hike. I like archery. I like basketball like a lot. Like people don't know like how much. Like because I'm trash. Like I like my knowledge of basketball is really high because, but people don't know that or like that I prefer to play football than to watch it.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So there's just like certain things that people don't know about me.
Yeah.
Because also the way that like, you know, I may post on Instagram, like I post very pretty. Like just not much personality.
I get what you're saying. Though. I think social media is a whole other thing. You can see my social media versus who I am as a person.
Oh my gosh, the way my mom literally big booty girls, Ctez. Like, I'm literally screaming, like, because she's like, yeah, he has the big booty girls. Like, yes, it makes me literally scream. Like, real and super uncomfortable.
Sorry,
like,
sorry, ma'am. My bad. I'm sorry.
I can't.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is not about
actually,
me. It's
I
not
want
about
to know, like, what, like, you know, it's so funny because I want to know, like, from a guy's perspective, like, what are things that are, like, green flags for you, like, at the date or even before?
What lets you know you're going on a second one?
Because I want to know. I want to know.
I think for me, personality is key.
Yeah.
Like, I need you to have personality. I need you to show me more than just a pretty face. Yeah, like also a girl who's not so focused on just money, cash at me, da 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 da. Like, one thing that I love about my girl is that the first few dates that we went on were car dates. Literally, we're in the car, listening to music, having conversations right in front of her apartment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dominoes, you know what I mean? We just chilling in the car, and it was just we were spending hours to where, like, her folks thought that we had left the no, we had the car right downstairs.
Just right downstairs,
just chilling, having conversations. And it just feels organic. But having personality, like having music taste, having something to talk about,
like that.
Other than, you know, I don't know, like the stuff that people talk about nowadays is just weird to me.
Superficial.
Yeah,
it's kind of shallow.
Super superficial.
It's kind of shallow.
Or like, you got to take me on a $500 date before we.
Oh my God, that's
like, bro.
I hate when people put like metrics to shit.
Yeah,
like that
I don't
kills
even
me.
know you. Like,
yeah, you're a stranger. Miss, you're a stranger.
I mean heavy on the stranger. Like, you know, you're so right. That's why, like, I personally, because like I know what guys want. Like, I know what they want.
I mean, yeah.
You know?
No. See, no. But no, it's what guys want, but then it's what guys want to keep.
Yes.
Those are the differences.
That part. So
right?
therefore, like,
because like I've definitely talked to a couple girls where I know what I wanted, and then the moment they open their mouths,
it's a wrap.
I'm weighing it out now. I'm like, is this worth it? And of course, sometimes, you know, I hit it with I gotta see it through my boy. Sometimes I do, but at the end of the day, conversation is key.
It's key.
Shows substance. But I also think like a drive to kind of want to be okay, I feel like when we're talking, right, it's very easy to kind of show what you want. It's kind of easy to show the things that you like. And not everybody will embody those things right off the bat, right? I'm a kind of a traditionalist, but not in the sense like I love a girl who can cook, right? But I also cook. So it's not one of those things where you gotta cook me,
I need a meal when I walk in.
It's one of those things where I know when I cook for somebody, it matters, right? I'm not cooking for everybody. I'm cooking for somebody I care about. So if you cook for me.
Okay, so I
saw the eyes.
Okay, so
I might have just stepped in something.
Okay, so I got questions. Okay, because you do not cook. You chef, okay?
Oh,
facts.
So therefore, do you want her to be able to cook or do you want her to be able to chef?
Ooh, crazy story here. You just that was perfect. So I had it was a young lady I was talking to once. And there was talks of this. Of course, I make it very evident. If you check my page, aside from the big booty girls, there will be food videos in between, right? Now, I do chef. I try. Now, when I'm doing this, she's like, I cook too.
Don't do
and
that.
I'm like, and here's my thing. I love the energy, right? But I will always save you from the pressure. I will always save you from, because I'm not gonna like critique you crazy. And I'm also, you know me, I try to sugarcoat a lot.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, we go on a date. She's like, nah, I'll cook. I'm like, no, it's cool. I'll cook. I got this. Don't worry. We go to the grocery store. No, I'll cook. All right, after a while of fighting back and forth.
It's like, I'm not going to fight you on this.
I'm not
going to body slam you for this.
I don't know what happened in between us getting the food, her cooking the food, and putting it on the plate. But the rice was close to paper mache.
No.
The steak was kind of. We wearing boots out here. My steak was by Ferragamo.
Yeah.
My steak was by Gucci. My steak was. It was a little. How they describe Mike Tyson? It was a little tough, a little bit. You know?
Damn.
Now here's my thing.
Did you tell her like you broke
See,
it down
now
to her
this
like?
is-
No,
No,
he
this
lied.
ain't it? Oh,
I know he lied.
man,
Because he loves,
Tez.
like, he will protect your
Tez.
feelings. He
No,
lied.
see,
I know
no,
you
Tez,
know.
you're not helping her.
This is one of the rare moments, and I see our producer G-Lo was looking at me, and I this is one of the few moments where I was actually, I tried to lie first, but man, the sodium in the motherfucker, I thought I was gonna explode.
Damn.
It was like, and forgive me, because she knows what
You know
happened.
she's probably watching this, right?
I'm screaming. Well, I mean, it'll make her choose differently.
A little bit less salt.
Like, I feel like steak is not a safe thing to cook for somebody.
No,
Like,
and
as
this is
the first thing you cook for them.
I really do, and I know she probably could have done better. Maybe she was nervous.
Now, when I'm nervous, I burn everything. Like,
You see what I'm saying? Like,
everything. I went from like a chef
So
to
like,
burn everything.
if you're watching this right here, I still got a lot of love for you. You dope. I appreciate the energy behind it, the effort behind it. But she knows we ordered a pizza after that.
All right, cool.
Not a pizza.
Hopefully she got the hint, but if not, you gotta let her know. Like, look,
Yeah.
you get an A for effort.
I'm sure she's got it now, but
This ain't it.
I felt so bad. Do you know what it's gotta, like, somebody put in perspective to me, that if somebody put a plate down in front of you, and then you said,
That ain't it.
hold on, what's Famiglia's number?
Famiglia?
It's, it was the only thing that was open, my nigga. It was the only thing that was open. Like, jeez.
Oh my goodness.
We had to eat, right?
But did she get the hint though?
She tried to eat it. She tried.
She even tried.
She couldn't even
She
eat.
tried.
She even tried it and she was like, wow, this is horrible.
She tried. But it was, again, like, we was working with limited stuff. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, shorty. Don't worry about it. You good. You great. I'm sure you're cooking for somebody fantastic meals right now. It just didn't work out that.
No, but
honestly,
look,
maybe
if you can't cook, it's okay. There's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
At least she tried. She can't. You keep it pushing.
Right. But yes, just know I will lie next time. So,
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Protect my ego.
Protect the ego. Protect the ego.
No, but like
Not
protect
with the
it.
food,
Not with
bro.
like if it's like
Like-
horrible.
No. I will coach though. See, I've learned that the finesse, right? The next thing is to, hey baby, let's go on this date. We're gonna take some cooking lessons. Let's go make some tacos, learn how to make some shit.
Okay.
You chose easy things. That's smart.
Respectfully.
That's it.
Yeah.
Baby girl, you got this. Yeah. Now, conversation. I can't fix conversation.
I'm screaming.
Can't do that. That's my thing. If we have a bad conversation, it's over.
It's a turnoff.
Bad attitude too. I know that, like, I deal with a lot of different types of girls. There's the ones from, you guys know, I deal with corporate side of things sometimes. I deal with music side of things. So I get a little bit of everything. Now, the energy that would think that I'm good with the attitude, it's cool, but not when it's towards me.
I mean, then you don't really like it.
Nah, I don't. Did you ever, like, you got people who like the attitude. You get a little crazy?
And you know what's so funny is because I don't get crazy enough and then it just never works out. Because I only get crazy if, like, we're not even together. Like, if I'm getting crazy. Because you're bringing a side out of me that's trash. Like, I don't want to be crazy. That's not fun. I want to smile.
He's been ignoring his phone this whole time because he wants some of that crazy too.
Nah.
No, I don't really, like, why can't we just, like, I mean, I don't feel like we don't need crazy. We could go do a rage room if we want crazy. Like,
That's
you
a
feel me?
fact.
Like, let's, like, do that instead of, like, bringing unnecessary issues into our, like, space. I don't want that. That's trash. Like,
Yeah, I had a girl that, and this is my fault too. So, I arrived kind of late to this date, and I will tell you guys right off the bat, this kind of, when I made this date, it was with a girl who I got a number with at a bar, and I was a little friendly with tequila that night.
I was about to say, you were lit. I know it. Like,
and I forgot what she looked like.
No, like that's horrible. Like
That's terrible.
No, honestly, that's horrible for you.
Yeah,
Like
that's bad.
That's terrible, right?
That's bad.
But we're texting, and at this point, this is when I don't know what it was. Maybe like sometimes you watch videos and stuff, it kind of gets stuck in your subconscious. I just heard like girls being like, "Why do niggas always ask for pictures when we text and da da da?" So I'm like, I can't even really do that. That's such a bad thing to do. Ask for a picture, blah blah blah. So she thinks I'm late. Turns out,
you were researching.
I walked past the girl like 3 times before I realized it was her.
You know what you should have done?
Bad.
You should have been like, "Yo, show me what you about to wear for this date." Like,
Yeah.
send me a little selfie. Send me what you about to wear for the date. Like,
you know, and now
Yes.
is a lot more.
Like you have a little bit more finesse.
No, a little more finesse nowadays.
Because
Either way, she was not happy.
I am screaming.
And
She was not happy.
I will tell you this, ladies, if you ever get super angry on a date, just go home.
Yeah,
Did she cause a scene?
She didn't cause a scene.
Okay, that's good.
But she was like
mean the whole time.
the whole time.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Like, I'm like, yo, like one of those, and this is back when I'm super nice. I'm a nice guy now.
But you also got to be understanding as to why she was mean. Like, she had a reason.
That's why.
Like, I think she deserves another date with a you know what I mean? Because you got to be understanding.
I feel like I don't know if there's any coming back from that.
I
Right.
don't know. Just take the L on the chin.
I'm not gonna lie, there might have been a reason why she didn't send no pictures though. So
Wow.
he has been a golden boy.
Yo, we've been chilling. Like, we've been chilling. I really don't. Like, that's why when I hear some of these stories, I'm like, damn.
You can't even believe it.
I can't. Like, this is what I was praying for. Look at my girl. Look. I'm talking about you.
He's sapping. Go ahead. Get your shine on.
Oh
Get
my
your
god,
shine
that
on.
was so cute. I could literally explode. Like,
I'm just saying,
Hold on, G-Lo. In the edit, you gotta zoom in right here. This is when you get the glory shot of him.
I know. Look at that smile. Look how happy he looks. I love it.
The smile on the face.
It's okay.
No, but like as far as dating experience, like even like dating her and that was not the norm, but yeah, I mean it was a chill vibe. She lived in another state. That was tough, but even that we made it work. You know what I'm saying? I was traveling 3 hours to go see her.
Those phone calls.
She was traveling 3 hours to come see me. Yeah, 2019.
Yeah.
After we kind of
we
chilled
cooled out
out.
on the parties. We cooled out on the parties.
And like it was a cool little, and it was right pandemic time, so we were forced to be inside. But
Worked out.
It worked out.
I'm glad. I'm glad for you, man. I'm happy for you, brother.
That
I want that.
is not the
I want
story
that,
for a lot
man.
of
That's a good feeling. That looks good on you, brother.
I know.
It's
Look at that.
You see it?
It's speechless.
Look at that. Like, no, that is just so beautiful. Like, you know how like it's like hey Lord, it's me again.
It's me.
It's me again. Just let him find me easily.
For
Like,
sure.
I know that our stories are a little bit. See, my stories were kind of my fault, so I'll eat that. Now, from a female perspective, I'm sure that us guys have done some real, just like that bead of sweat. Just
okay, so I feel like okay. I'll give you an example of something that happened. Right.
okay.
I told this guy I was like, my love language is not touch. So therefore,
That's a tough one.
But the thing is though, is that is my love language not touch or I don't like you? Like, what is it? Or maybe I don't know that I like touch from you yet. Maybe you got to intrigue me a little bit more with your personality, make me comfortable, And so I went on a date with this guy, mind you. Before we got to the date, we were on the phone and I was like, yeah, physical touch isn't my love language, just as a reminder before I get there,
Damn, not the don't touch me before we get to
know what it
translation. Don't
translation. Don't touch me.
If a guy's love language is touch, he will literally, like, if he could sit on your lap, he would. Like if he could be inside your skin, he would. You know,
what you do in your crib is none of our business, brother.
Yeah.
But you feel me? When your love language is not, or you don't know if it is with this person yet, like you just don't know. this is a date. I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
And mind you, this man starts to hold. We're getting out of the car, and we're going to the like spot that we're going to eat at, and he literally like starts to hold my hands. And then I'm just like, all right, here we are. This is just my life now. You know, I'm like, this is my life. I'm just gonna allow it because of the fact that clearly he likes me a lot and wants to hold my hand. It's okay. You know. I also rode for like 4 years, like, so my hands were like trash for so long. Like they like
Rough.
I did crew.
Okay.
So like you know, and so like I used to be in the boats, like my hands looked like trash. I had mad.
But if a guy likes you, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know, but to a girl it's still like, my hands are ugly. But like, you know, but they've recovered.
Right.
You know, they've recovered at this point. You know, like they're not as calloused or ugly. So like, you know, but so he's holding my hand, I'm all right. We're like, I'm here. So we're sitting down, we're waiting for our food. He has his hand on my leg. And I'm like, all right. I was like, all right, now this is strike 2, but we're going to allow it. We're going to allow it because of the fact I know that he likes me, so this is hard for him.
Right.
You know, I bet you this is just like the watered down version of how he really wants to be.
Right.
So I'm a little bit more accepting.
Okay.
Then, like, so the rest of the day, we're like eating, everything's going good. I make him try some weird shit. It's great. Everything is amazing. Like
Weird shit.
Yeah, some like drink. It was weird as fuck. So like, It was like a Jello shot, but weirder. Yeah.
Like a gel. Never mind. I don't even want to. I don't think I want to know.
Like, I won't even describe it because there's only one way I can describe it, and we're not going to talk about that. It's going to get real and uncomfortable. We'll
put the drink recipe in the bio.
Oh, 100%. But like, no, but and then so as we walk out, so the day was pretty good. So I was like, okay, if he wants to hold my hand again, I'm here for it. You know, like this was calm.
Yeah.
This man literally attaches himself to me like a freaking backpack. Oh. And I was like, yep.
Damn.
I was like, yep, he lost me.
He lost me.
So everything is good?
So it was going good. Everything was going good. And then
he's
literally.
Just showing you his appreciation and love.
But mind you, I don't think you understand, like, when a guy attaches himself to you and is that comfortable, like, he's never just, you give him an inch and he takes a mile. Like,
damn, it's a cold world.
No, but the thing is, though, is that like, but why can't I be comfortable?
No.
Like, you feel me? I just want to be comfortable. Like, let me grow to be like that. Because guess what? If you allow me to grow to be that way, I will want to live inside your skin too. And guess what? We can walk around.
Patience, brother. Patience.
Like,
patience.
We can walk around attached at the hip. I will. You can wear me as a backpack. Like, you know, that's if you allow me to get there. Like, we're not there date 1.
Right.
How would we be there date 1?
Okay.
You were
that is a valid point.
And the guy isn't a stranger to me, but he's a stranger to me in this capacity.
Right. And then,
like,
oh wait, no, that adds another layer to it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, because, so like that was an ick.
Yeah, you talking about familiarity, right?
That was a red flag.
I remember you let us know that you most of the time when you've dated friends, right? And I told him that that's dope because that allows you to move red flags before they're red flags while dating.
Yes.
You can tell like your friends what they do. You know this, if they talk too much, if they do this too much, if they mean to wait staff, if they, you know, whatever they do. I know, that's a big one. That's why I said it. That's why I said it. So, that said, I feel like when it's your friend, y'all didn't have an established, like...
Oh, no, if it's my friend, then it's like, I'm already touchy-feely with you. I'm already touchy-feely with you. I'm already comfortable.
So he wasn't like a friend, he was an acquaintance.
Somebody that
you were familiar with, but...
It was somebody that I talked to.
Way back. Oh, this was a catch-up.
Yeah, this was like trying, like, this is the first opportunity that we've had where we've both been single. And, like, it's like, all right, like, let's try this.
Try it out. Let's see how it goes.
You know what?
But it's not like we left off great. Like, you know, this is like another opportunity more so than it is, like, reconnecting.
Right.
Now,
you know?
I'm sorry. Like that is crazy, and unfortunately for dude over there, bro, keep your hands to yourself. I'm sorry it didn't work out. Now I remember you told me about something that was a little bit crazier.
What?
And
because I got some crazy ass stories.
I know.
I've like really been on
this one involved a stranger or two, an Uber, and a sex dungeon.
Oh my God, yes. Okay, so, I know, that seems like a lot. Like, okay, actually, so this is why I don't date online.
Right,
100%.
there we go.
Like,
These
I'm about
faces.
to, yeah, like, oh no, like, oh, God. we'll call this the red light special because
it is.
Because it was crazy.
Okay.
So I was talking to this guy on. Should I say the name of the
You can say the name of the app.
website?
Yeah.
Okay, I was talking to. Okay, so I was talking to a guy on Hinge.
It was Hinge.
So mind you, I had pretty good mind you, Hinge is like overwhelming.
I thought Hinge was all right.
No. Hinge is like very overwhelming because like I was talking to one person, I'm like, oh, okay, this is going pretty good. Mm-hmm. And then it'll literally match you with like 60 other people. Like it'll like, I guess shop you out to like other people or whatever. And like I had like 60 people like just like trying to like talk to me. And I was like, ooh, this is too much. This is too much. I get overwhelmed. Like,
so how did Red Light Special to like get himself above the rest of it?
Okay, so honestly, like we were just talking, he was being a normal human being. Like we were just talking about like basketball and like he was nice and stuff like that. His profile said 6 foot.
Height.
So then
Red flag.
So then I go all the way to Brooklyn.
Brooklyn is another red flag. 6 feet, Brooklyn. Those two do not red flag.
So I go all the way to Brooklyn, and then disclaimer. Like my mom drove me, because I was like, I'm going to Brooklyn. I don't want to look for parking. I don't want to drive back, because we're gonna be drinking, all those things. If in any event, like I'll just figure it out. Right. So, because that's how I live. Like I would just figure it out. It'll be fine. And so I get there. He picks me up from by the Barclays, and everything is great. Like we're on our way. We go to the liquor store. We get some Henny, we meet up with his friend group because we're going to a watch party because it's during the playoffs.
Oh, nice.
And so I'm like, okay.
That's a you date.
Yeah,
that's definitely a you date. Yeah. That's crazy.
I love basketball.
I see how he got that far.
Yeah, and so I'm lit. So we're watching basketball. It's really great. I'm pouring my drinks myself. I opened the bottle. I poured my own drinks. Mm-hmm. I also poured everyone else's drinks. And then also every time I had to go to the bathroom, went to the bathroom with my drink,
for sure.
I poured myself enough to where I wouldn't have to pour a second cup. Good, and then because
you should not have to do that.
But he's a stranger. From an online dating website. Right. So yes.
Reality.
Just be aware.
Yeah. Right. So
protect your drinks, ladies.
And so prior to us even getting on this, us even meeting up, I was like, you can just drop me off at the train. Or you can just take me all the way to my house. So I
hear that.
So I was like, okay, perfect. He goes, perfect. Game ends. I'm really honestly, I had red Solo cup of Henny. So I'm lit.
Feeling good.
I'm lit. Honestly, because with Henny, there's I'm a little tipsy. I feel good, and there's I'm lit.
We could take it.
And then it's I'm blacked out.
Yeah.
But I was at lit, and so he's like, oh, I'm kind of tired. I don't really want to take you all the way back there because I won't be able to drive back. And I was like,
it begins.
I was like, I knew it. And I literally, and this is where it starts. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, oh, okay, let's go get some bud. I was like, I have a friend that lives out here. So I'm like, let me call my friend. I'm like, hey, Damani, what are you doing? Literally, he goes, oh, nothing. I was like, can you go find me some, can you find me some bud? And then just text me the prices, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And he goes, the address, and he goes, yeah, got you. And then I hang up, text me the prices and everything, and I was like, code motherfucking red.
Good guy,
literally, I was like, I need what's your address? I need to come to your house. I'm on a date. It's going terrible. At this point, he is driving me to his house, and I'm like, wow, it's over. If I get kidnapped, this is where I'm at, also this is his address, and so we get to his house. I have my friend's address. We literally stepped 1 foot in the door, and I was like, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom, and he's like, oh yeah, it's over there. So I go to the bathroom, and I call the Uber, The Uber says 10 minutes. And I was like,
You gotta stall a little bit.
Gotta stall.
I was like, 10 minutes is
10 minute bathroom break.
So then I was like, all right, I'm going to stay in the bathroom in here for like 2 more minutes. Because then I don't want him to think I'm shitting.
Right.
So like,
even in the midst of
even
this
if he's never going to see me again,
he's not
I
gonna
will
think
not
I took a
shit in his bathroom first date. Like, no. Because no. Like,
gotcha.
and so I then like go back, like, so then he like is like, oh yeah, like I'm over here, and I'm like, all right, so I go down the stairs, like, you know, I go to like this like beautifully decorated room. I don't know who decorated it. It was gorgeous. Accent wall, you know, like a little like one of like these stands, and it had like an old school like kind of mic on there, you know, and then like it was like bed, beads hanging down, and then like literally a Costco sized box of condoms. And
Costco size?
Yeah, like Costco size.
What?
So
He
was ready. My man was ready.
So I literally walk in.
responsible.
I walk in and I sit down, and then I'm like, oh wow, this is really where I'm at right now. This is crazy. This is my life. And then so he then like comes back into the room, and he has like on a matching set of pajamas. And I'm just like,
ready.
I was like, this is just getting weirder and weirder.
Son broke out
Like,
a wardrobe?
Yeah, like it was crazy. And then so like
Costume change.
then he turns off the lights and red lights turn on. And I was like,
He hit one of the... Son.
yes, girl. Yes, it was crazy. So then like so then all this is happening, and I'm like sitting there like, this is really happening to me right now. And then literally he comes and sits next to me, and all of a sudden arm around me, like not even around my like shoulder, like but around my leg. And then I'm like, I pick my phone up, I've arrived. And I was like, yes. I was like, yes. And then I was like, oh no, I need to leave. Like I was like, I've gotta go. I'm so sorry.
What type of play did he think this was?
And then it gets better. Because I know, it's shocking. How can this get better? So then I get in the Uber, you know, I like, you know, we drive away a little bit, couple blocks down, and I say to the Uber driver, I was like, you know, thanks for like, you know, coming in such a quick amount of time, because it was a little bit less than 10 minutes. So I was like, thank you for coming so quickly. He goes, what? I know. He goes, what? Like, he goes, why? What happened? And I was like, no, I was just on a really bad date. Like, you know, it was just like uncomfortable, not great. He goes, wait, do I need to go back there? And I was like,
good guy Uber driver.
I was like, yo, you gotta chill, Equalizer. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. Because I was like, oh no. Like, he's like, I was like, why are you so with it? Like, have you been waiting for this moment?
It's not the first time he's picked up somebody from this house, from this location.
Or, I don't even know, but he was so
ready to go.
He was like, I'll drop you off at your location and go back. And then I was like, absolutely not.
Brooklyn.
I was like, please don't.
He said he'd go back.
Yeah, he said he would go back. And then like he was like, well, what can I do for you? And I was like, I'm kind of hungry. Like, and then he literally, and then he took me to a deli and got me a sandwich.
The Uber driver, what?
And then literally, but mind you, like, you have to remember, like, I'm shit-faced.
Oh yeah,
like you're going literally shitty at this point. Like,
mind you, we're only able to laugh about this now because
it was hysterical then too, because I literally was on the phone with my friend and I'm like,
what just happened?
Yeah, that's
like,
crazy.
What is happening? And then he gets me sandwiches and gets me some water, and then I go to like my friend's house, and my friend was like, what happened?
Right.
And I was like, everything. And then literally woke up the next morning like severely hungover.
I'm sure.
My mom had drive to Brooklyn, come get me. Yeah.
I remember a lot
Red
of
light
stories,
special.
and that's one of them. But
Yeah.
I definitely don't remember Equalizer Uber driver.
Yes, 100%. Because how do you think I got out of it? Like,
I mean, yeah, but like, son was with the
you know what's twisted though?
What's it?
Maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way, but I feel like a lot of women would watch a movie like this and be like, "Oh my god, I wish this would happen to me."
Oh,
I wish I would go to a guy in the lights and.
Oh, you talking about like 50 Shades of Grey type shit? 50 Shades. He was on his 50 Shades.
I don't think they would want that on date one.
No, I feel like a lot of women will romanticize that. But if it happens in real life, it'd be like, oh hell no, I'm out of here.
And then it's also he lied to you.
Yeah, to get you back to the crib.
And then also the reason why I mentioned
to get you back to the crib.
Yeah.
And also the reason why I mentioned his height is because that man was 5'10".
Damn, I thought she was gonna say like 5'2".
I know. I think so.
No.
2 inches.
No, and I'm
is
not
a lie
even gonna.
still.
I'm not even gonna hold you. I might be giving him Like more.
Yeah.
Like I might be giving
5'10" with Tim's.
5'10" with Tim's.
Oh no! You know those black boots that I have? They're like they have like they're shorter.
Oh, he had
that's
heels
not
on.
5'10".
He's
That's
5'8".
not
He's
5'10".
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
that's
5'8".
like that's like 5'8".
Yeah.
So yeah, red light special, the worst, and that's why I am the way that I am about like dates. That's why I drive myself.
Yeah.
That's why I also like I tend to really super unpopular opinion. I pay for the first date, like especially if I choose the place.
Wow.
Because of the fact that like I want you to know I want you here.
See, that's what
like
I
don't need you to be here because I'm gonna get you regardless. Like
I like to pay for the first date.
Yeah.
But I was always saying like, if we're dating for a few times now, like I don't need you to pay for a date.
It's a good sign.
But it's a good sign. Like it lets me know that you want to be here. It's like when niggas try to lead with, "Hey baby, let me take you somewhere." Right? I'm not taking you somewhere if I don't know you. I gotta take you somewhere because I know that you're going for me, not for the place we going.
Yeah,
that's a fact. Yeah. And that's why, like, I'm like when I choose places, like I'm also very specific about the places I choose.
Right.
You know this.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like he's like, because I've taken him out, you know, because like also I feel like my male friends take me out, so why would I not take them out? Sure. You know, and also they care about me. Like, you know, like they care about me. So it's like, you know, why would I not? But yeah, I know you're in shock.
Thanks for sharing that.
The red lights.
I know you're in shock. No, I know you're in shock because that's crazy.
No, that's wild. That's wild.
No, it's truly crazy. And I am sad for other girls that experience this.
Well, you definitely need to come back and share some more stories with us.
Oh, of course.
You got some advice for the people?
No. No, I was just gonna say like women gotta be more aware when you go on dates. Just be aware. Don't just go in there with a naive state of mind. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? The guy might be a genuine guy, but still be aware. And as a guy, you should respect that. Because of the world that we live in, if a girl is a little apprehensive, just try your best to make her feel comfortable and be understanding.
There's reasons. You know what I mean? There's reasons. Yeah. Just like, when it comes to dating in general, there's guys on every spectrum. There's the crazy red light type of guy. Mm-hmm. Then there's the guy who's going to be a little bit more, insecure about his own, what he got going on. And when you're dealing with such a powerful individual like yourself, I can kind of understand a little bit. If a nigga doing nothing and you doing everything. Yeah. But just the same, guys, be respectful. Think twice before you turn on the red lights.
Be aware.
Don't lie about your height. That's a big one. And from there, I guess, Jailyn, you want to just tell them where to find you for more moments, entertaining stories, and of course, the PR information that you do, the PR work that you do?
No, 100%. So you can find me I'll give you guys my personal Instagram because that's where you can find all my business stuff. But it's _real, REAL, Jailyn, JAILYN _ on Instagram. And I it's so funny speaking about being aware and also like being honest, even because of the fact that I'm in entertainment, that also is an issue, Mm-hmm. So there's people that they should have just booked a consultation instead of a date at the end of the day. Right. So, mm-hmm. I definitely, as I grow more in this PR game and I, expand my business some more, I definitely know that it's going to get very real.
Very quickly too.
And uncomfortable.
Oh gosh, super, super uncomfortable because that's already happening. Like I went on a date and he played me his music. And
wait, what?
Yeah, but so hopefully, like honestly, I'm rooting for you.
I appreciate it.
I'm rooting for you because that's honestly beautiful what you have, and especially your 1-year-old. I love that. And I'm rooting for me, husband. I'm
somewhere.
Come find me.
Universe, let's go.
Yeah.
Like, and honestly, show up with those green flags. Don't be a dream killer, because that's crazy,
you gotta shave that green fur off, brother.
Yes, we're rooting for you.
Y'all saw my girl, right?
Yeah, I know.
She got me.
She definitely does.
She got me.
But thanks for having me, y'all.
Of course. So again, go check her out, Miss Jailyn, PR extraordinaire. That's my guy, Eman Music.
Yes, sir.
You let him know where to find you at, brother?
Mixed by Eman Music on Instagram. That's the best way to reach me. Let's get you that quality music in the studio. You feel me?
That's it. And I've been Ctez. This has been Real and Uncomfortable. We get real and definitely
uncomfortable.
Trying to level up, better get with us. Gotta keep it real.